exactly 9. And to start us off with a word of prayer, I would like to invite Anna Wafula, Head of Sales and Marketing at Konza Technopolis, to pray for us.
Good morning to you all. Let us bow down for a word of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you today with thanksgiving in our hearts. We thank you for bringing us safely to this venue. We thank you for the plans ahead. We thank you for the sessions ahead. We ask you to be with us and to go ahead of us in everything that we do. So pray for everyone here and pray for blessings and guidance. In Jesus' name we pray and believe. Amen.
We'd like to request a volunteer to lead us in an Islamic prayer. Any volunteer? I'm tempted to try, but I can't. Anybody? Kuracha from KenInvest, are you in the room? All right, Alcano? All right, okay. Oh, Abbas, kindly. Thank you, Abbas.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you, Abbas. At this juncture, I will request that we do a round of introduction. We'll kick off from the back. I hope we have a roaming mic, kindly. If you could just kick off the introduction. Let's see. Thank you. We'll just take the mic round.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bernard Kibaru from Invest Africa. We have interest in tourism, agriculture, petrochemicals. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mohammed Abbas. I am consulting for communication for KenInvest.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Irene. We do tourism, we do labor. We're also interested in opportunities.
Good morning, everyone. Wilfred Saruni, Chairman, Invest Africa.
Good morning, everybody. Kamau, and are digital, interested in financial technology and any technology services.
Morning, everyone. John Waneki, Adam Capital, and Passive or Investment Bank Association.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Irene Robin from Westport Industrial City, interested in manufacturing.
Good morning. My name is Baikwinga, Execugate Limited. We are in labor, part of National Employment Authority.
Morning, everyone. My name is Saman Kirubi from Invest Africa.
Good morning once again. My name is Anna Wafula from Konza Technopolis, leading our investment destination focused on ICT, life sciences, and engineering. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and for our guests, welcome to Kenya. My name is John Jogu. I am the CEO for Petroleum Outlets Association of Kenya, and I'm also the Vice Chair of the KEPSA Energy Board, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is George Alulu. I am
the CEO of the Electricity Sector Association of Kenya. So we represent the investors in electricity, and I am also the chair of the KEPSA Energy and Extractive Sector Board. So there we have electricity, petroleum, and also some activities around mines. Karibuni.
Good morning, my name is Dr. Wala Amakove. I'm the founder and chief visionary officer of Wanderlust Diaries. It's a travel platform that promotes sustainable travel and tourism in Africa and beyond. We are the voice of travelers. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne Kagenya, Director of Two Star Safaris Limited and Karufu Exporters. Welcome, Kenya.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kenya. My name is Lucy Mochoki. I'm representing here the Kenya National of Chambers and Commerce and Industry President, Dr. Eric Ruto, who would not have been able to make it. I represent the sector for partnerships and programs at Kenya National Chambers, but I'm also myself an entrepreneur in the agricultural sector, in agro-processing and production, and I'm also in the renewable energy. I look forward to doing business with you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Itato Magelo from Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, representing the SMEs. Those are Micro and Small Enterprise Federation, and I'm also an entrepreneur in agriculture, and I'll be happy to partner with people in farming who have come from Saudi Arabia, and Karibuni sana Kenya.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Virginia Kago, Director, Ajira Kenya Limited. My interest for today is labor and manpower in agriculture. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Valentine Mogo. Our company is Middle East Consultancy Services. We are here to do business management as well as agriculture.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ken Chelule. I'm the CEO of Special Economic Zones Authority, where we regulate the SEZ program in Kenya and also develop zones that support foreign direct investments.
Good morning, all. This is Abdurrahman Al-Dhafiri, Director of Business Development at Raj International for Investment. We invest mainly in food security and agriculture. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am Moide Thwaini, Saudi Exim Bank.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, we take this opportunity as Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry to welcome you here. Kenya is ready for you. We are here to work with you, to support you and guide you, because we represent the biggest business entrepreneurship in this country. As many of you have heard, we are represented in all sectors, and you can see we have all sectors members here who want to work with you. As chambers, our work is to facilitate you through working with the government also, and ensure that you feel comfortable, and we are here to show you where the opportunities are in Kenya. I must confess that the government is a great partner with us as Kenya National Chambers of Commerce, and we work very closely with the government. But as private sector, we are looking for partners in all the sectors, starting from agriculture, looking at the energy, looking at housing, which is a key area for the government and also for us as the private sector. Roads is also a very key area for us, and many others. But we are here, we'll be here to discuss with you and share with you the opportunities that we are seeing as the private sector. So with that, I take this opportunity to once again say thank you very much for choosing Kenya, and I believe this is the right place for you. Kenya is a gateway for East Africa, and once you're in Kenya, you are in East Africa, representing more than 200 million people. So you can never go wrong with this. So feel free that we are here to work with you. And once again, karibuni sana, welcome, and we are very happy to continue this relationship. Thank you very much.
Let's appreciate her one more time. Great. We now invite this, I think the CEO has just walked in. CEO, please just come and say hi.
Thank you so much, the Kenyan business leaders, Principal Secretary, key government officials, head of delegations from Saudi. We really want to take this opportunity to really welcome you to Kenya. I think my director has put a lot of emphasis on the desire to really support you to invest in Kenya, and this bilateral engagement should be both horizontal and vertical. As you are aware, Kenya, we are the fastest growing economy in adoption of innovation. This is as per the Global Innovation Index of 2022. We are third after South Africa and Mauritius. This demonstrates ability to really open more avenues to enhance the bilateral trade between Kenya and Saudi Arabia. And as you are aware, we have really enjoyed a very strong bilateral relationship. But as private sector players, we must take it to the next level, because we are the implementers of the government policies. I know my PS for investment is here, and when you see the private sector joining you today here, it means they really have a strong desire to really integrate with you, network with you, learn to know what you are looking for in Kenya. The Kenya government and private sector is very stable. We are currently focusing on 6 areas of value chains. Among them is textile, edible oil, and many more. You know, our port of Lamu demonstrates a very focused area to enhance on export, especially on the livestock products. This is an area which the government is really working closely with the private sector to ensure that you also get and we export quality products to your country. We also want to really persuade you to continue identifying relevant partners in Kenya and come and invest in Kenya, because the government has a very, very conducive investment environment, and private sector will be ready to support you to achieve your goals. I know most of the items and strategic focus area would be talked about by the government, but our presence here means a lot to you, especially when it comes to enhancing competitiveness between the two countries. I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that I had to come late because I was also giving opening remarks in another function as just across the road, Pan-Africa Hotel. But I would be here with my team to ensure that any opportunities, any other strategic engagements, we take it to the letter and we'll be able to ask the government to support us, enhance on the JBC, and we'll support you, Bana PS, if there is a JCC which exists between the two countries, so that we take this relationship to the next level. Thank you so much. I know I didn't introduce myself. I'm Patrick Nyangweso, the CEO of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And please continue to support opening labor market for our youths. We have very skilled youths in all different sectors, and we are ready to really give you proper data through the government systems so that you also open more employment opportunities for our youth and women. Asanteni sana, welcome to Kenya. Enjoy yourself, the weather is very conducive, and we look forward to really enhance on this partnership. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, CEO, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. I think he's given us the assurance that Kenya is the place to be. Kenya is the rising star in the continent, and I think it's been alluded to globally that there are two types of companies, those that are growing and those that will die. And the growth is in Africa. So if you're in Africa, then you're part of the growth. So you are in the right place. At this juncture, allow me to appreciate the presence of the Deputy Minister for Investors Outreach, who is in the house. We appreciate you, sir. I just couldn't pronounce your name. But the PS will be able to pronounce it better. He speaks Arabic, so he's able to get it right. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you and the rest of the team that is here. I would like to invite the representative from Kenya Private Sector Alliance to just welcome us and give us that assurance.
Morning all. Again, karibuni, or salam alaikum, karibuni. My name is George Aluru. I chair the Energy and Extractive Sector Board of KEPSA. On behalf of the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, we are glad to have you here. We are an organization that treasures partnerships between the private sector in different countries. And I believe just having had, at least from the power side, I've had Aramco is here, Aqua Power is here, so I know you've sent a really powerful delegation, and I assure you that also on the Kenyan side, we are really willing to partner you with the right organization that will help you to achieve your goals. Karibuni sana tena Kenya. I tend to default to Kiswahili because Arabic is really close to Kiswahili. But just to assure you that the private sector is really glad and looking forward to partner with you as you're trying to expand your business into this part of Africa. And Kenya is a really good platform for you to branch out to Eastern Africa, to Southern Africa. I encourage you to also explore the opportunity of using our country as a hub for you to develop your company within the region. Thank you, welcome, and looking forward to exchange contacts.
Thank you. We'll now take us through the opportunities in Kenya. If you can get the screen. And these are the opportunities that we've managed to collate, but the presentation here today reflects the real opportunities on the ground. So if you could kindly. All right. So welcome to Kenya, the land of opportunity. Kindly move to why Kenya. So this country is the third largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa. Kenya is the dominant economy in East Africa. So Kenya is the place to be if you're looking to venture into the East African market. And we have a growing middle class with an increasing appetite of high value goods and services. Just to get a little bit specific, this is the regional economic hub. And for further details, would like to let you know that we host over 200 multinational corporations who have considered this country their regional and continental headquarters. So if you're looking for a headquarter for your continent, for the continent of Africa, Kenya is the place to be. It's been validated by over 200 multinationals. We have a robust financial system in the region. 43 banking institutions are actually in this city of Nairobi. We have foreign banks representative offices, about 9 of them located in Kenya. 13 microfinance banks, and they're quite vibrant. We are more of a micro economy, and therefore this really carries a huge chunk of our financial needs. We have 3 credit reference bureaus, and this really helps us to be able to measure the creditworthiness of the people you are dealing with, and 13 money remittances providers, as well as 73 forex bureaus. We have the UN HQ, which is one of the 4 main UN secretarial duty stations globally. And Kenya actually is the global headquarters for UNEP and UN Habitat, and we have an additional 33 UN agencies here in Nairobi. We are perfect communications and logistics hub for the region, and with this you're able to access 4 international airports, that is Nairobi, we have Mombasa, we have Eldoret, and we have Kisumu. We have 2 seaports in this country with 30 freights and 2 passenger rail services daily from Nairobi to Mombasa. So we have a conducive investment climate. As you can see, we are an economically liberated economy. The investment here is attractive with great returns, and we provide investment facilitation. How do we do that? At Kenya Investment Authority, we provide one-start, one-stop services. You walk into KenInvest and you're able to walk you through all the processes that you need, be it business registration, incorporation, be it certain approvals, whether it's environmental approvals, county government approvals, national government approvals, and even link you up with the right partners, as we've done this morning. And we also engage with the presidency with a periodical roundtable, but this has been enhanced with the establishment of the National Investment Council. The National Investment Council is chaired by His Excellency the President. The Kenya Investment Authority is the secretariat, and therefore we set the agenda for that conversation at the presidency. As at now, he's able to chair it on a monthly basis, where critical investments, should we agree on the critical investments this morning and they need to be facilitated, then we provide that green channel that allows us to close and get rid of the bureaucracies that has made it a little bit challenging to close. And therefore, we continue to improve investment climate by such initiatives. We are digitizing the government services. A majority of the services today in government are digital. You log in and you're able to access some of those services through our eCitizen portal. And the government has committed to digitize over 80% by end of this calendar year. So we are digitizing our services. And we also provide you with tailor-made solutions, whether you would like to locate at export promotion zone. If you are truly focusing on export, we give you special economic zone that allows you to serve both 100% of your production locally and 100% for export. And the CEOs of those agencies are here to really take you through that. We also have stable political and macroeconomic stability, and this is very important. I'm sure as a foreigner, you're reading the papers and checking on and just figuring out the political climate. We are mature politically. We could welcome our demonstrators to this room, listen to them and they work. So we are pretty peaceful, even in our picketing. We have a high labor productivity. I'm sure you can allude to this. We supply you with labor. I would like to encourage you to come for skilled labor. Highly skilled labor is in this country. Our transition from basic education to high schools to tertiary to university is very high. At the moment, we are about 100% transition rate. So we are working towards zero illiteracy. We are having a literate population, and our highly skilled labor is here. and a majority of them are unemployed. So we'll be looking forward to knocking your doors for that high talent. And that talent, you can really utilize them virtually here in Kenya because they're highly skilled in terms of technology and they can remote work. As you can see, our global competitiveness is something we're working on, but to just say that we protect minority investors, and Nairobi is an actually travel and business destination. All right, what else do we offer as a country? Once you set up here to do business in Kenya, we not only provide you with the ready market of the 50 million Kenyans, but we provide you access to the 300 million people in East Africa, and we are now unlocking the 1.3 billion people market through the African Continental Free Trade Area. We are also members of AGOA, meaning that when you manufacture here, especially within our export promotion zone, you are able to get preferential treatment and access to the American market. And we recently entered into an economic partnership agreement with the UK, again allowing you to be able to access that market if you are manufacturing or having your services within this continent. Next. This is a demonstration of our excellent ecosystem. Some of the leading brands are here. Maybe Deputy Minister, we are trying to look for a Saudi company in this. Maybe it's a conversation we need to have today to ensure that we grow this chart and have you positioned up there. We like to see the aqua powers of this world, the Almarais, really being represented here, because you're missing out on something quite lucrative and a great return on investment.
I believe you have here, which is South and Aramco, Ma'adin as well.
Oh, fantastic. Then we must grow this. We'll take note of that, Your Excellency. All right. So what is the government doing? We have a new government that is a few months in power, but they have articulated what they are calling the priority areas to accelerate our development. And some of the sectors that have been identified are agriculture, manufacturing, SMEs, we have the healthcare. We are also ensuring and purposefully improving on our environment and climate change. And just to illustrate a little bit on matters climate change, 90% of our power is renewable energy. So we have clean, renewable energy. So for those of us who are working on their carbon footprints, come and have your operations here, and you will definitely begin to meet those targets. We have a deficit of housing, and the government is deliberate about housing Kenyans. We've launched a fund and a program and a levy to allow Kenyans to access funds for developing their properties. And therefore, if you are an investor in real estate, this is the right time to be in Kenya because the market is ready, the government has prioritized it, and we're providing access to financing, affordable financing for the housing sector. We are leading in technology adoption as a country. You are aware of our M-Pesa, the money, digital money program that we run as a country, and to ensure that you leverage on the digital landscape and the digital presence and our highly technical and innovative youth. We are focusing on building a digital superhighway to ensure that fiber and connectivity is to the last Kenyan in the remotest part of the country. And I would like to challenge you. I don't know whether you're on the Wi-Fi connectivity or you're on your mobile money or your mobile internet. Just try and download an heavy file. I can confirm it could be faster than your internet in your country. Just try. Just try. So we are enhancing this. Hence the reason we're saying, even in terms of labor, you don't need to have them physically located in your country. You can engage them here. To enable us do that, we have set up the hubs, innovation hubs, especially in our tertiary institutions, and that is being led by Konza. We are calling it the Jitume platform, where there is laptops, internet connectivity for youth to work. So if you have some work that you like that you would like done remotely, talk to us. We'll be able to connect you to our youth in different parts of the country who have access to the digital devices, they have access to connectivity, and they'll be able to provide you with that resource that you truly need. So we have enablers to our plan as a government, which is actually improving on targeted infrastructure, improving on governance. I would like to stress this a little bit. We have a national blueprint called Vision 2030, and it has enablers. We have economic, political, social, among just that to name a few. Now, in terms of our governance, we have deliberately built institutions to enhance our governance, and we have a target of having issue-based politics by the year 2030. But we have the good news to say that our just recently concluded elections were actually issue-based. We were having conversation around economic models, and the bottom-up economic model is what won and what is in power. So our politics has moved from tribal, as it had been historically, with tribal clashes, to issue-based. And now we have two sectors of political divides that are driving a political agenda. So that really is working towards improving our governance. I mentioned about technology, our competitive cost of energy, and the good news is that within our special economic zones, we are reducing the cost of tariffs, specifically for those businesses that are located in those zones. I can't remember the number, but Dr. Chelule, is it 0.7 US cents? 0.7 US cents is the cost of power within those 7 US cents, 7 US cents within those special economic zones, and it's clean energy. So really that's our competitiveness. We've mentioned about equipping our youth within our vocational skills. If I could move to the next. So I'll just highlight a few opportunities that we could interact with as we go along within our special economic zone. These are some of the incentives that we provide. You are fully exempt on value-added tax, excise duty, import declaration, and so forth and so on. Zero rated on local supplies. As you can see, the corporate tax from the first 10 years to the next 10 years to the subsequent 30 years, and you have stamp duty exempt, withholding tax interest, as you can see, investment deduction allowances 100%, and for sure you can repatriate your capital 100%. It's quite attractive, isn't it? You didn't know this about Kenya. Now you know. Right, some of the highlights of the opportunities include investing in a fertilizer manufacturing plant at Tungukundu. That's a special economic zone, so you can imagine doing this within a special economic zone, and we are encouraging you to think about raw materials and being able to really do it here. Our agriculture accounts for approximately 22% of our GDP and employs over 70% of the country's population. So look at this, a great opportunity. Next. You can invest in a rugby terminal port at Lamu. Again, it's a special economic zone. You're able to enjoy this. Again, back to our demand in agri bulk volumes at the port of Lamu that is generating 70% of the port's total demand, and by 2045, and we foresee that growing. Again, this is a PPP model. You can have a conversation with us on this. The industrial sheds, yes, we have industrial parks in different parts of the country, and now we are rolling out 47 of them in different parts of the country. We are inviting you to come and build those sheds, and you'll be able to lease, see the demand. Within Athi River alone, we have 41 ready investors, but we don't have the sheds. It's an opportunity. Next. This is amazing within the energy sector, and we have companies who are in energy here. We have KenGen Energy Park. This park needs to be developed, 3.4 meters square to be developed. You are able to get your revenues from either sales, from rent lease, service charge, and the rest. The government is doing the main infrastructure to that space, but you need to come and build your facilities within the districts, and we have the industrial space there. We have the light industrial and non-industrial space within our KenGen Energy Park. Yes, the CEO of the dairy board is here. We have opportunities within the dairy sector. As you can see, the demand for milk and the processed dairy products is very high. We have no capacity to do that. I know you have the market within the GCC region. It's high time to consider investing in this sector in this country. We have MITI airport that needs to be developed. It's end-to-end major. You come in and do the entire infrastructure, then build the meat-related infrastructure, then you're able to build your own market. And I'm glad there's an airline that is here. Really low cost, I think, in the definition of your economy, but within our country, you're able to really build that port and utilize it, especially for this kind of an investment, and operate actually the fleets to that region. Invest in the Nairobi Financial Business District. So far, we've allocated land for the establishment of this district, but most importantly, about a month ago, we did actually gazette a specific zone, very few kilometers from Nairobi, and those of us who would be interested to visit Two Rivers will take you there. You're able to come and run your financial services and enjoy those special economic zone benefits. These are some of the private sector driven investments. As you can see, Wakulima Flour Millers Limited, the government of Kenya has already invested $1.8 million. So this investment is de-risked. So we are asking for an injection of working capital of 1.6 million. This is something you can leave. We can take the cash. I know you have the money. This one we can close today. Just give us the money to progress. Next, a fresh processing plant. We have already invested as a government through the Kenya Development Corporation 1.5. Again, to de-risk this investment, we need 2 million working capital to finance this investment. Quick wins. We can close on this, Your Excellency, Deputy Minister. This one, I'm sure you carried in your wallet. Just $3 million is what we are asking, sir. So again, within the food sector, we have de-risked this 2.2 million already invested by the government of Kenya through the Kenya Development Corporation. Only, just imagine, $3 million only for a guaranteed de-risked investment. A good one. Jima Kenya Limited. Government has invested $1.4 million. We're asking for 8 million to upgrade some machineries and working capital. Again, this is an opportunity that you need to consider. Technology. Ponea Health Limited is asking for 10 million to expand its existing infrastructure. Concept proven, they're already profitable, we just need to scale. And I can confirm that we will be able to share with you this presentation. You'll have time to engage, and we'll give you the contacts of some of these companies so that you can progress the engagement. Our role is just to manage the relationship and ensure that you are supported and unfolded all the way. Fungo Investment Limited, estimated investment cost is 11.5 million. The government has already pumped in $15 million. We're asking for 11.5 million growth capital and cash yield capital. That's cheap money. Kidogo kidogo, letter, colors. Right. Next. We have an existing, and I think I'll jump this because of religious reasons. So we'll move to the construction of a children's hospital. This is very important. And for the purpose of this audience, we have a growing population. An average fertility rate, and I think I'm not competent to say, Dr. Wala, we have at least an average of 4 children, 4 to 6 per family. 70% of our population are below the age of 35. We only have one major children's hospital to serve really 50 million Kenyans who are at childbearing age. So this is an opportunity to invest in a children's hospital, and you need about 60 million working capital. I think the last one will be a private investment, Oserian Industrial Park, a few kilometers from Nairobi towards Naivasha. This is a 50-acre eco-industrial park. What they're looking for are ready warehouses, plug and play for manufacturers. and already some of the development has gone into that. The opportunity is 25% equity, 75% debt, and then you are able to develop those warehouses, and you have clarity of IRR right here. Allow me to stop there, but promise to share this with all of us. But this is what we have as Kenya Investment Authority. The people seated here with you today could be carrying some of those bankable investment opportunities in their wallets, in their handbags, in their phones, in their laptops. Feel free to engage. I would like to confirm if the video is ready. If it's not ready, I've been requested to allow us, this is a B2B meeting. We need you to engage, we need you to know who is in the room, and we'd like to be able to rearrange ourselves in terms of sectors, so that if you're in energy sector, you meet your counterpart. If you're in real estate, dairy sector, you meet your counterpart. So with your permission, the PS could say something, then we take a short break, and then come back and sit within specific tables. When you come back, we'll have arranged according to the sector so that you can engage with your counterpart. Is that agreeable? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll be right here. I'm ready to receive the checks.
Left, that will be table number
this country has a hotbed of investment growth opportunities in its priority sectors. This country is where investment is constitutionally protected. This country has been ranked number 3 in the ease of doing business. And if you're doing substance over form in terms of the economy of the size of the economy, it is number 1 in Africa. This country has a robust financial system and deep capital markets, and enabling mechanism through co-investments, public-private partnership, and incentivized economic zones. This country, once you're attracted and you need to be facilitated, has a one-start and one-stop center at KenInvest with an appeal mechanism to the National Investment Council chaired by His Excellency, the President. This country in the world is the only country in the world with a national park in its capital city, Nairobi, where you are in. As you explore our national park, don't forget the magical experience of Kenya, from the cradle of human life in Turkana, to the agrotourism in Kericho and Naivasha, to the mountain climbing in Mount Kenya, and the famous fishing and swimming lions of Lamu, bathing elephants of Tana River, somersaulting dolphin of Kwale, baboon parliament of Narok, and the great wild beast migration of the Mara, which is currently happening this month. Today is an historic day in our investment history, where leaders, the CEOs of more than 30 leading and giant Saudi companies with worth over 2.5 trillion US dollars has landed in Kenya to scout for investment deals and partnership. It's a clear demonstration that indeed Kenya is an attractive investment destination. And indeed, that there is something happening in Kenya and the Saudi investors have already figured it out. Our Kenyan message is simple and very clear, that Kenya is open and ready for business. And our guiding philosophy is we are investor-centric. We believe investor is king. We are giving first-class experience to investors in their investment journey. Saudi is a strategic partner, and we have engaged and we enjoy a cordial and warm relationship. But we now want to broaden and deepen that relationship through investment and trade. We have investment needs in Kenya that you have interest in, and you have capacity to unlock our investment potential. We are looking forward for a constructive investment engagement and investment deal that will take this country to the next economic level. I'm confident that by the end of your mission, you will be satisfied that from the south of Sahara through the north of Limpopo to the end of River Nile, that Kenya is preferred investment destination. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to invite the Deputy Minister, Minister of Investment, Badr Al-Badr.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm so delighted and happy to be here. Your Excellency, Abu Bakr Hassan, Principal Secretary Minister for Investments and Trade and Industry, Mrs. June Shipkemi, the CEO of KenInvest, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders of the Kenyan and Saudi Arabian business community, it is an honor and pleasure to be with all of you here with us. Such a wonderful and impressive set of representatives from the public and private sector. My gratitude, and that's the entire Saudi delegation, to our Kenyan friends and partners for so generously hosting this important events in our visits to your wonderful country, Kenya. And must highlight also the supports of the team of the Invest Kenya, who have been even working so closely and effectively with the also Ministry of Investments and Trade and Industries of Kenya with us to coordinate today's and also proceedings. Today's meetings is an important, valuable steps between our two countries because it's a part of a process to help us also further understand and grow business, investments and trade opportunities in our countries. It's a priority for Saudi Arabia to expand our relationship with Kenya. That's why we are even delegations of more than 50 in total, including the chairmen, CEOs of top leadership of 30 Saudi companies. Of our most also leading and most successful companies that matches your priority sectors, including renewable energy, ports, transports, and logistics, agriculture and food processing, financial services and investments, mining, also phosphates and fertilizers, real estates, telecommunications, IT, tourism, and etc. We also have senior government representative here from Ministry of Investments, from the Ministry of Energy, and also His Excellency, the CEO of the Saudi Exim Bank, Saudi Export-Import Bank, and also the CEO of the Saudi Fund for Development. They are all here because there is a real sense of optimism about the tremendous potentials for developments and growth in Saudi Kenyan business and investments. Saudi companies, when they invest abroad, they act as a local. We would like to contribute to the growth of Kenyan economy, where also we want to create jobs, local contents, and etc. They are all here today because there is also a sense of optimism, as I mentioned. And we hope today also meeting to start the process of us also exploring with you particular opportunities. We've seen some of them today from the CEO of the Kenyan Invest, a great set of investments opportunities, and looking for all from our side, and also truly looking forward to hear from you today and from even the Kenyan entities about your exciting investment opportunities in different sectors. So if you allow me, I will briefly highlight why Saudi and Saudi companies are such a good partners for you. You will of course know us as also a long-time global superpower in terms of traditional energy. But hopefully you will also know that now we developed into something so much more than that. In Saudi, our dynamic transformation journey was created under the framework we called Vision 2030, launched 6.5 years ago, driven under the guidance and leadership of His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince, Prime Minister. It is the most significant transformations in the history of modern Saudi Arabia. As a result of Vision 2030, in terms also of overall economic growth, Saudi Arabia real GDP for 2022 posted its strongest performance in a decade. We were the fastest growing economy among the G20. Our GDP growth and grew by 8.7% to a 1.1 trillion US dollar. 6.5 years ago, it was $600 billion. You could see the impact now of the even Vision 2030. Real GDP in Saudi rose by 3.3% in 2021, but as I mentioned, grew by 8.7% in 2022. And there are many other positive indicators For example, we had a trade surplus of over than 220 billion US dollars, equivalent to about 20% of our GDP. That's only the 220 billion US dollars in 2022. And in terms of business efficiency, the World Economic Forum and the IMD now ranks us as the 16th most efficient country in the world. The scope of Vision 2030 reforms wide-ranging. It includes the privatizations of many state assets and the opening up of supply chain, of productions, of services, of sales, and of investment opportunities to a 100% foreign-owned companies across nearly all sectors in our economy. And we are all underway to achieving our economic ambitions. In addition to our rapid growth, we have also a solid balance sheet and large financial reserves, low inflations, a solid sovereign credit rating, and a strong currency fixed to the US dollar with a strong financial system. We have also undergone many other important developments as a result of Vision 2030, such as the empowerment of women, who now makes it up 37% of Saudi workforces. Guess what? 5 years ago, it was 19%. We are thus now offering Kenya and Kenyan companies a unique opportunities, a ground floor, opportunities to embed yourselves within an exciting, rapid growing marketplace and a set of leading companies. We are now an economy full of opportunities and investments resources and full of outstanding also companies. We provide the marketplace, the opportunities, the demand, all of also what our Kenyan partners and friends provide is the capabilities and also more important the supply. We're enjoying in Saudi Kenyan tea, Kenyan coffee, and so many other Kenyan products. And we want to see more Kenyan products in Saudi, like even livestock, meats and others. And I'm sure starting from today, we will work together with your government and also with the related entities, Invest Kenya and also the chambers to boost the investments and trade between our two countries. Thank you. We are the largest economy in our region, and our companies can also help take your products and services and investments to a wider audience around the regions and indeed around the world. These Saudi companies, some of the best whom are really with us here today and we're so proud of, are excellent partners for you because of their capabilities, their financials, and their operational strength, their desire to invest and partner in Kenya, their capacity, their scale, their technology, their knowledge, their experience, and their shared ambition with you. You will discover that they are really go-to business partners and solutions providers in their respective areas, as also competent, capable, and also as the best companies in the world. I should briefly mention to you also the role of MISA, Ministry of Investment of Saudi Arabia. MISA's tasks with generating a major growth of investments. Our remit is to develop the entire structure, facilities, and approach to investments in Saudi Arabia and to generate economic growth. Also to take the Saudi companies to the world, to boost Saudi companies and investments internationally. This includes not only attracting, as I mentioned, foreign investments and expertise to come to Saudi, but also to help Saudi companies to grow and to go abroad and invest in, operate and grow in markets beyond the boundaries of Saudi Arabia, including Kenya. I heard it early from even the CEO of Invest Kenya, and also from my colleagues, His Excellency Abu Bakr, that's also Kenya is the East Gateway for the East Africa, is the gateway for East Africa. Indeed, I'm sure about this. We've studied this. That's why we really come to show our commitment. We came with the largest delegation ever to Kenya in size and in value, and more important, in focus. Those companies joining us, either they already have invested, or they have already business in Kenya, or even they have an appetite to invest and grow in Kenya. To name a few, but not to even to forget the rest, we have, for example, Aramco, Sabic, Ma'aden, Aqua Power and renewable energy, and then we have even others, Mara'i, Ilm, and other companies, Saudi National Bank, NTG, also Direct FN, and we have also with us even other companies, MEPCO and Arasi, and also other companies. I don't want to forget Sira, Flynas, with us here today, and also STC, very important, the largest even telecommunications company in the Middle East, SEC as well, also, and other companies. Sorry if I forget some of them. We will be one of your partners if you develop your business with Saudi investors and companies. Therefore, I would also urge you and urge all of you to seize this unique visits to meet our companies, our government team, and to explore potential business opportunities with them. I personally also advise both my colleagues and also for the Saudis to take this great opportunities, to reach out also our friends and partners from the Kenyan side, to meet with them, to explore the opportunities. And more important, if you have any challenges, please don't hesitate to reach us and also Invest Kenya and also Ministry of Investments and Trade and Industries. Make sure that we will work together to facilitate, to pave the road, to simplify the decision making for you, to mitigate the risks, more important. We want at the end of the day, and both excellencies, the ministers will join to give, will be debriefed in their, let's say, G2G meetings. And in addition to that, they will be coming to give even closing remarks. I want them to see that momentum, that excitement, that beautiful smiles that I've seen them since the morning, that gave me myself an energy even to really work day and night to make this happen. So in closing now, allow me to once again express my deep gratitude to our generous hosts for bringing us here today together, and to all of also to all of you for your kind attention. Thank you.
Let us give him a befitting round of applause. I don't know whether you took some takeaways from the PS and the Honorable Minister's, Deputy Minister's comments, but I got two, but there are so many. $220 billion surplus is big for me. I'm still trying to crack my numbers around it. I don't know what stood out for you. And the second is we have the largest ever delegation from Saudi to Kenya, ever. Do you agree with me? It is big. Let's give him a round of applause. But I think I can also confirm that the minister in Kenya and the PS and the team at Kenya Investment Authority have also gone flat out. We have CEOs from several sectors here, government agencies, CEOs from a lot of sectors that you mentioned, and we really hope that we can ensure we do not disappoint at the wrap-up when we get to know what the B2Bs are. So I just want to recap, because I have now permission from the PS and the Deputy Minister. Our B2Bs, we have some time we have been given, so that by the time we come, the ministers come to address us here, we are together. There were 7 groups in this room, 7. The first one was energy on that side, ICT and telco. The third one was transport. Fourth here was financial services. Fifth, financial services was here. Fifth was, sorry guys, let me recap again. Let me start again. Energy is on this side, the first one. The second one there is ICT and telco. ICT and telco. The third, which is the third table there, is transport, infrastructure, ports, and economic zones. The fourth is financial services right here. The fifth is tourism and housing, which is the next one there. The sixth, which is the table at the right, the center near the cameraman there, is on blue economy and water. The seventh, which is a high table here, is mining and petrochemicals. Eighth would be issues around labor, Umrah, etc., at the Bambara Lodge, right by the reception. There's a quiet room in there. You will sit there. And the final one is agriculture, livestock, dairy, etc., which is Kana room round at the back. For each of those meetings, there will be a representative from Kenya Investment Authority. We wish you fruitful deliberations. If you get stuck, I will be hovering around, look at me, or June, the MD of Kenya Investment Authority, will be able to make it happen. So with your kind indulgence, you're now invited for the B2B sessions. We'll see you back here in about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Yeah? Dairy, agriculture, livestock is at the Kana room, round at the back. You can use the door here, you'll be led to Kana room. Agriculture, livestock, dairy will be right there. So please progress, and we look forward to fruitful engagements.